Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to another Pokemon Cards mail day, and let me actually get ready for a really nice thumbnail to start off the video. Something like that with the Steelixes or some more Gengars and Pikachus, let me know down below. Of course you will see what I've chosen for in the end. But to start off right away, dive straight into it, we have 3 piles of Pokemon cards, which came in through the mail over the last week or week and a half. There is still a lot of Pokemon cards for like 200 to 300 bucks on the way to me. There's a lot of stuff to talk to you about today. I have sorted out everything pretty clearly in 3 categories. We have the cards that will be up for sale, we have the cards that are for the personal collection, and then we have the inventory that is basically consisting of duplicates of these cards. Now as usual, I'm going to start off with the cards that I've been putting back up for sale. I might have mixed up things a little bit. This is for the personal collection, the smallest stack. I'm really excited to show it to you at the end of the video. So then we have the duplicates that will be listed once something of this pile has sold. Some sealed promos to take a look at later, and let's dive straight into it. I think I managed pretty well to put everything from a collecting category. We have some Dragon Ball cards here to start it off, and then a regular reverse foil. It is a Jinx by Komiya, so let's take a little bit of a look at that. It comes from the set Silver Tempest. It has a few tiny scratches. Then we have a Poke Kit with the Pikachu costume. And to my surprise, I watch some more bulk YouTubers right now, and these people are able to sell these cards for $2 on, for example, eBay. There are plenty of people looking for these cards and don't mind to pay $2, whereas I'm now listing it for $1 and I paid like 60 cents myself, something like that. But anyway, some cool collectible cards, and stick around guys, the cards will only get better as farther we move into the pile. So we have a bunch of Radiant cards. I was surprised, on Card Market I had listed a ton of Radiant cards, like 20 of each card. Radiant Steelix, Radiant Alakazam, Radiant Gardevoir, and over the years, from between 2022 or 23 when it was released, the first Radiant cards, and all the way up until now, I've been adding some Radiant cards to my purchases whenever I'm, for example, looking for this Keldeo. Someone has a Radiant card, I add it to my shopping cart. And then I've relisted it immediately, so if you bulk it all up, if someone is looking for larger quantities, they will just purchase it from you. I think I make only 50 cents on each card, but over time everything was sold at once right now, so it had been sitting there for a really long time too. But anyways, it can really work out if you have large quantities of cards. It is probably, there is a higher possibility you sell everything at once. So Keldeo Cosmos promo with a really nice swirl from Astral Radiance, awesome card. I don't know why I don't sell any more Cosmos foil promos, I love them. That's the reason why I buy them, and you will see in my personal collection pickup pile a lot of them too, but they are not that much in demand. One of the ones that are in demand is the Abra from the set 151. It is from the Alakazam EX special collection box or something, and people need it for the set. It is not a Black Star promo, but just a regular set card, and it is a variation on the regular non-foil common Abra. So there is also a non-foil common Kadabra, or uncommon rather, and that is also Cosmos foil. Awesome card. Just like this Oddish, folks. Probably this was inserted in some kind of 1-pack or 3-pack blister. It is unfortunately whitening on the back, a few scratches. Let us take a look at the condition of this Oddish so that I can tell you a little bit more about it. Okay, so easy. I have listed this card as good condition, which may vary between a 3 and a 5 if you convert it to PSA grades. And here is one thing that you can see immediately on the top of the card. I thought it would have been a few scratches, some surface damage, and in combination with whitening. But if you are determining the condition like this, right, you don't see a lot of things going wrong. Why should it be less than a PSA 6? Why should it not even be a PSA 8? Well, in my opinion, if you look at all the areas where you can see indents in the card, the surface has been really well affected, and that is why I think it is personally really important that you have a really strong light and you're able to do a really nice condition check whenever you get cards in, but especially for those sellers out there. Be honest to your customers, because I just literally purchased this as near mint. And I've told it in the past, it's a beautiful card, but I'm the one stuck holding the bags. If I'm the one being honest about the condition, which I am, but no one wants to buy it. But if you put this one in near mint and someone buys it, and then you say, oops, I didn't see it, when someone is going to complain, and you also have the chance that someone is not going to complain. Let's keep it at that and let's move on to this really cool, beautiful snow run. This is supposed to be a sealed promo, so I originally purchased it sealed, I believe. Or I wanted to purchase one sealed, but this one came not sealed, something like that. But it has a beautiful swirl up there, you can see it. Awesome card, only a buck or so. We have the Froakie that is now a little bit more in demand due to the Ninja Spinner and the Chaos Rising. But still, some of those cards are sitting here for weeks. Even this Gengar, I purchased 6 of them recently. I'm trying to make 50 cents to a buck on them. Yet again, I determined this one to be in excellent condition due to a little bit of whitening on the back, but I purchased all the cards near mint. Now eventually, due to popular demand, this one will sell. It also has some swirls over the entire card. I love it. I have purchased some for my personal collection as well. We have a little bit older Blackstar promo XY, the Genesect Cosmos foil. Awesome card, to be honest. Also damaged. Orange means damaged. It means something like light plate. I think that will be a PSA 4 as well, the Genesect, and I purchased it near mint. So guys, how am I doing trying to put everything from cheap to more expensive so far and from less demand to more demand? Let me know in the comments down below. Obviously we now get to some really cool cards, the Pokemon Day stamped Eevee. And you have seen nothing yet. We're moving to the Flying Pikachu, heavily in demand. Prismatic Evolutions Pikachu, really underrated Pikachu, but there I might say it's already 3 to 4 bucks. Is it underrated for a regular ultra rare for that price? I think this artwork is really cool in combination with the foil. But price-wise, it might not be underrated, folks. There I was a little bit mistaken. We have the Mega Starter Deck 100 non-foil Pikachu EX. The Pikachu from the World Championships of 2024 or 2025, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 2025. And then we have the Pokemon Day stamp 30th anniversary Pikachu. It's not the first time that we take a look at this one. I have a bunch of them in my personal collection. I'm buying and selling them occasionally as well. Cool card. Cool card. And there are also a bunch of different variations of this card. I think it originates from the set Temporal Forces, and then you have the regular common one, non-foil. Then you have the one reverse foil from the set Temporal Forces, and then you have the Cosmos foil non-stamped variant from a collector's chest. So for those of you who like to collect variations, there are at this moment I believe 4 to collect, but I hope there will be more. I don't see it happening because we also enter already the Mega era. We are no longer in Scarlet Violet era, so there is no need to reprint this card another time. But it would have been cool if you saw the General Mills or the McDonald's or some other holo variants. There's also from the older sets, as we speak, we're moving into this Mew, the water web foil pattern, something like that. It's the old regular foil of the Sun and Moon era. So I was looking for cards on Card Market to purchase for my collection, and then someone had this card in their inventory, and it turned out that it is pretty rare. There are not many available on the market. I purchased 4 or 5 of them between 2 and 6 bucks, and I'm trying to sell them all right now for 6 bucks. If one was in really nice condition, I would have picked it out, but I purchased them all between excellent and near mint condition. Not all of them were purchased near mint condition because I thought, okay, there are only 10 available. I can purchase 6 of them. Many of them were 10 euros and over, so I thought, okay, let's try my chances. Maybe I can get a little bit of profit. And it is the Mew holographic rare from Double Blaze, in case you were interested. Not that difficult to pull, not the easiest one to pull, and it is considered to be a hit back then. Many Japanese packs contain no holo foil or not even a rare in my opinion at all. Then we have Eaton's Ho-Oh, Heatwave Arena, scary eyes on that one. We have the Lithium V-Star Japanese card, also the Sword Shield promo, and then we move into the Zapdos EX Blackstar promo from the Scarlet Violet era. Moving into the Gouching Fire Blackstar promo, an alternate art variant on the Ultra Rare. So there we have Zygarde from Perfect Order. In this case it's a Mega Evolution promo. I'm not really a fan of Zygarde, I never got this Pokemon. When I started out collecting again back in the end of 2020, I started to collect some Mega EXs from the XY era. And then there was a Mega Zygarde in there as well from 2016 or so, and I never got that Pokemon. And sometimes it appears to be a dog and then it is a machine again, I can't really get it. as we move on to this Sharpedo EX. Still, I have this divided by demand. First by, for example, category. We have now had the Cosmos foils, now we get the ultra rare Megas. Obviously Gengar is more in demand than the Zygarde at this moment at least. We have the Rotom Full Art, Excadrill Full Art, there is similar demand. There is not really a lot of demand for them at all, let's say it like that. We get to some cool cards, the Paldea Evolved Slowking. So there was at one point a lot of demand for this card, similar to the Kingdra from Shrouded Fable Full Art, also a really cool card. I've been buying and selling a lot of these Slowkings and Kingdras as well for between 3 and 4 bucks, and I'm trying to sell them for 5 bucks. The demand fell off a little bit as prices started to rise even more, but also we got newer sets. People are now more looking for these full arts from, for example, Sprigatito from Ascended Heroes. And obviously, if I don't collect the cards and they have no damage, yes, I can direct you to this one. This is a gradable card, a little bit off-center, so it has no damage at all. Inspected by yours truly, and I'm really strict on the grading. So this one does have a really nice centering, and even if it didn't, but it has 1 to 2 spots of whitening, I still think this can get a PSA 8, PSA 9. You will see once we move over to my personal collection, there are some damaged cards in there as well, but for this one I really wanted to have a really nice one. I think this style of full arts is really cool, it will hold some value into the long-term future. I might purchase a new one. As we're moving into Sarut, so okay, let me go over this a little bit faster. Regular fees, some have really cool artwork like the Leopard. I think some of these cards will hold some value in the future. You see some of them going up a little bit more than others in price already. It also depends how many variations, and if it was a promo or a regular set card. I think this Victini is really cool. There is also from Sword and Shield base one. Someone was supposed to send it to me like 20 days ago and it still had not arrived, the one from Sword and Shield base. Evolving Skies Leafeon, 2-3 bucks, you know, where the regular fees start to climb a little bit in price right now, but some are a little bit more than others already. The Akira Egawa Ho-Oh still doing well price-wise, there's a lot of demand for it. The Lugia from Mitsuhiro Arida is going crazy as well, guys, the regular ultra rare Silver Tempest. Now I love these cards, but I also say a lot of times you have to set priorities for your collection. I'm an art rare and Japanese collector and a full art trainer collector. I can't collect everything. I would be broke at the end of the day, and this is something to recoup some of the money in order to buy some more full art trainers or art rares, for example. It looks pretty well to me, but I'm not grading any cards at all, and specifically not at this moment as we move into the Glaceon V-Star. And here we have one of the beauties, the Ho-Oh V, a full art from Silver Tempest as well. So from this category, this is definitely one of the more expensive ones. I've now put this one up for sale for around 10 bucks. A couple of people have already liked the listing, or saved the listing, however you want to call it. Yeah, really cool looking Ho-Oh card. In comparison to the full art Lugia, I think this one looks really way better. Lugia has a green background, I believe. That doesn't really fit the Lugia in my opinion. It should be a little bit more maybe blue. Then we move into the Lapras GX from a Sun and Moon base set. A little bit of an older card, but Lapras is a Pokemon that is currently really in demand. Moving into some full art trainers. Yes, there are some full art trainers in my sale pile. I want to be able to offer every kind of category to people as we move into the art rare Pokemon card that I have been putting up for sale. Trophies is a really cool one of my favorites. I thought always the Lileep was really cool. Crabominable is by Mitsuhiro artwork, so in case you're a collector for that artist, there it is. We have Sunflora that I thought was really cool and well fitting with my Pikachu Greyfeld head. So I have some Sunfloras, but I can't really fit them in my binder. That's really a shame. They don't really fit with my other art rares. So I got it from the binder again, and now they're sitting in a ETB basically. So okay, moving from lower demand to more demand. Slackoff is a really cool card. We have the 151 Sparrow. So it's not from the set 151. It's a Generation 1 art rare, and then Chatot and Rookie Day, and those is also a little bit filtered by price, right? The more we go into the pile, the more expensive the cards are getting. So we have Vulpix, Machoke, Nidoking, Caterpie, Articuno, and then a really cool Tepic from the Black Bolt set, I believe. Oh no, it's White Flare. Anyways, a really cool card, really in demand. I think at Card Market it is going around 20 bucks right now, and that's exactly what I'm asking. I'm not asking 30 bucks or any high price. If I can make a buck or two on it for driving to the postal office to deliver it and package everything and making the advertisement, I'm already fine. For some cards I just want to have the money back so that I can spend it on new cards for my personal collection. So, the duplicate pal. Let's move over this one a little bit faster too. I see we are already recording for a really long time. I've been rambling on and on, as you can see. So there are the Steelixes from the start of the video, and the Jirachi is a really cool Radiant card. As you can see, the Charizard, Blastoise and Venusaur are moving up in price really fast. The Eevee as well, surprisingly. Funny side story here, one time during the release of the Pokemon Go Pokemon card set, there was a Radiant Eevee collection box with a playmat and a Radiant Eevee promo card, and then you had 8 packs, and I was willing to purchase it, or hesitating rather to purchase it, for between 35 and 40 bucks each box. Stack up on them for a couple of grand, and it turned out for the longest of time it was a really nice decision that I didn't do it. But I think if you opened that box, folks, it would have been 8 booster packs. They were not selling really well. It was one of the least wanted sets. At the start it was pretty popular, then the popularity went away very quickly, so the prices of the sealed and the singles dropped a lot. And that was the moment that I wanted to buy tons of these boxes. And everybody said they are taking up so much space, and I was like, okay, if we have 40 bucks in packs, 5 bucks a pack, 8 packs, 8 times 5 is 40 bucks, then you get a free playmat and a free Radiant Eevee promo, which is now, I think, worth 10 bucks. So if you did that and the price of the packs might have been going up as well, and you have also a free playmat, you could have made 20 bucks on each 40 bucks. But to get that, you had to keep it until now and sit on the boxes and taking up a lot of space and everything, or slowly sell it off. I thought it was pretty cool. There was also a Mewtwo alternate art in that set, Pokemon Go, and it was really in demand, and then it fell off. Now, I was talking a few weeks ago about the Mewtwo V in the Pokemon Go Battle Decks. It was an alternate art variant, or maybe a Black Star promo for that matter, of the regular ultra rare V, Mewtwo V. And that card I purchased for 6 bucks for the longest of time, then I sold it for 8, it became 10 bucks, and now I don't have it anymore in my collection or in my inventory for a very long time already. I sold throughout my copies, and now you can see 12 bucks, 14 bucks, 15 bucks for that card. I still have some of those battle decks sealed. I thought it would be a good investment, but it turned out it was not, but until now. The card is already worth the entire sealed box, so that's nice. And if you grade it, well, the sky is the limit. Not at this moment, but in general. And here we have the Mew again, and a couple of those Pokemon Day stamped promos, and then a couple of sealed ones as well. And before I forget it, we have one more Pokemon Day stamped Prismatic Evolution Eevee Cosmos Foil sealed, so that's really cool. We have the holiday calendar of 2025, or is it 2024? At least it is a Pikachu from the set 151 Cosmos Foil holiday calendar sealed card. I have picked up a bunch of them. I have a video on the channel where I picked up tons of sealed promos, and this was one of them. Really awesome. I got them pretty cheap for that matter, and people are still wanting them now that the price is rising, and I'm intending to keep a lot of them for my personal collection, sell off one at a time occasionally. This is one of the cards, and this one as well. Last time I sold 10 of these to one person. I had them up for 8 bucks sealed. Yes, I have more. There are potential PSA 10s in there, yada yada yada. So he said, can I buy them all? I said, no, I prefer not to, because this is one of the cards that I'm selling regularly, and I have 14 or 15 or 1600 other cards that I would like to sell. So if I sell this card one at a time, odds are that people want to buy other cards with this one as well. So that is easier for me to sell other cards instead of selling all the cards that are heavily in demand at once. So they understood it, and they were even willing to pay a little bit over the asking price if they could get multiple quantities. So I sold them 10, and now I tried to scatter and find new ones everywhere again. And you're able to find them a little bit cheaper. So that is nice, but that person has everything from a trusted seller, 10 at a time, potential PSA 10s in there. Whereas I am collecting them one by one from private sellers mostly right now again. The first question is if you get anything at all after 1 month. Sometimes they're just blatantly scamming you. Then you have the second question. Those 10 that I had were carefully selected and I got them in really nice quality. Here you can already see that this one I have put back up for sale because there is a line of silvering on the top, which I count as whitening. So technically this will still be near mint, but I am really strict on my grading. I want if you buy a near mint card it shouldn't have any damage at all. And then we move on to this Pikachu with the batik shirt. So it's an Indonesian promo, Pikachu's journey through Indonesia. There are a couple of different variants of this card. You also have a holographic one. I have a couple of them in my collection. I started buying them when they were a little bit cheaper. I didn't buy enough, is the conclusion for me at the end. They have risen in price. I now purchased it for around 15 bucks. I'm trying to sell it again for 16, 17 bucks. Just one of those cards that if people are interested I hope to sell again, just like with the Eevee, some other cards that I would like to get rid of. And obviously that was one of my duplicate cards. Okay, after 35 minutes of recording, the moment we all waited for, at least the moment I waited for, I'm going to show you what I picked up for the personal collection. So as you will see, the trend, damaged cards, it happens more and more and more. I've been purchasing 30 of these booster trick-or-treat promo Cosmos Foil Gengars. And as you will see, those always have stickers. So I gave up on trying to get them in the best possible quality. I'm just going to add them to my collection in this quality, with a little bit of whitening on this one and probably one print line on this one. Ultimately, those are only going into the binder. I have a binder with Cosmos Foils. I haven't been adding cards to it for a really long time and I thought, okay, let's go. Then I came across this really cool Clefairy with Hypno in the background. I think you can already guess who is the artist? Well, it is Tomokazu Komiya. I had two of these Korean ones, something with Heaven and Broken. I can't really remember the set name out of the top of my head. But it's a beautiful artwork. I paid 50 cents for it. I sold one for 150 already and now I have one in my collection. Tough to find, it's just a one-off that someone listed it. They shipped it out. I first thought it was a joke. But yeah, here we are. We have it. Very nice card to add to the collection. Moving on to one more Griefert. I've told it about the cameos. Two more Skarmories for my Skarmory page or pages. And we have the Feebas, some fish cards. I'm really fan of those. This is supposedly a connected artwork with a Milotic card. And then we have one with some really cool cameos in here everywhere. A little Shelder down here in the corner. Some Luminions or Finions, I can't really remember the name, Tortuga or Caracosta. A Minior card that I'm really fan of. I decided to put a row of 3 in my binder and here we start to get a lot of 151 art rare pickups. I talked about this over the last couple of weeks. I really feel it's one of the last opportunities that you can buy this for a reasonable price. But moving on to some more World Championships promos. Yet again, same story. Really excited for the God of War one. If you haven't seen my previous episode, guys, take a look at that one. I go into the depths of some cards and I'm gonna talk about some of the details, the prices, when I did pick them up, why I picked them up, what they were worth back then and what they are worth right now, and my predictions on what is the future for those cards value-wise. And in the end, you really should just pick up everything that you really like. There are some cards in here that have gone up in value. A lot of the cards just stayed flat in value for years upon years. Purchased for 6 bucks, it went down to 4. I purchased more, it went down to 3. I purchased more, it's now going back to 4. I might purchase more, I might sell some again to recoup some of the money. But yeah, all in all, a really cool Ariana card. I'm going after the special illustration rare version of this card as well, and the one from Giovanni too. That's a really awesome one. I think the special illustration rare Giovanni will hold some value in the long-term future due to all the other characters being on there. And we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I think this is a special rare or secret rare or super rare from the manga 2 box. Awesome card. Dragon Ball cards are doing wonders at the moment as well. I have had a Dragon Ball binder for a really long time. I think most of my cards are from the game Masters. You have Dragon Ball Masters and now this one is relatively new, Dragon Ball Fusion World. Ending today's episode with showing some pickups of Cosmos Foil sealed promos for the personal collection. So we had these, I sold 10 of them. I really needed to add more to my personal collection after that. We have put some back up for sale, we're also adding some cards to the collection. And that's how it is supposed to be. Buy some, sell some, buy some other things, sell some. Most importantly, keep some. If you love to collect these cards, you're definitely supposed to keep some. And okay, that was it. Thanks everybody for watching yet another Pokemon Card Mail Day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and above all, happy collecting. Have a great day today, and I'll catch you all on the next one, which will probably be another collection video. Really excited about that one.